New world, new expansion, new problems. But of course.
Players were able to go into New World dungeons with 20 people instead of 5. I know, New World and bugs. Can you name a better duo?
A perfect duo.
And so, basically, you were able to raid dungeons. And because every loot is personal loot, everybody was getting all the loot. So they were running over to the dungeons and then clearing everything, and then...
The ironic part of this is the fact that that probably doesn't lessen the experience of New World at all, because dungeons are just, well, how fast can you run through them, honestly? That's it. There's no real challenge, right?
Then that was it. So guess what happens? Got banned in New World. Alright, let's watch it.
Ew.
Exploiting a bug true.
Sad.
Ooh, ouch.
Surprise game mechanics, boys, I would say.
Not good. Uh-oh.
The dark
Jesus.
times.
300 suspensions for exploit abuse.
That's like half their player base. That's insane.
We have clear monitoring. We know what you're doing. And so do you. My contact at AGS.
Amazon bans you in New World if you take a break while raiding because you're supposed to piss in a bottle.
Sent me a video about the meeting.
Meeting? Wow.
Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador.
Okay, I'm gonna skip past this. I'm gonna skip past it.
Todo despeinado porque no me...
Spend money on content, hell no.
It's funny, but I'm gonna skip past it. Probably accurate, though, by the way.
That's funny, yeah.
So for legal reasons, I will confirm that that video isn't actually from the AGS office. Now, why did I get involved in it?
Oh, he actually got me. I thought it was.
So I saw Trick stream. I saw what they were doing. I thought that this is possibly the one and only chance I will genuinely have fun in expeditions. Now, I have enjoyed expeditions in the past, but this is
I haven't.
different. This was different.
Is this the raid? Yes! This is the raid we all been asking for. Massive. Look at this, chat. Kill everything you see. Kill everything.
And so they're obviously going in there. It's a 20-man raid.
Yeah, nice.
Yep, there it is.
This is like an elite train right here. Help! What is going on? We're getting
The people are. I love how people are dying too.
Okay. Oh my God. This
Does the raid difficulty scale with the number of people I want? No, there's no way, right?
is harder than regular mutation. Chat, we're negative 840. The first laser, chat.
What? Yeah, they are. They're negative 2,000.
Ah! They didn't make it. Sweet angel girl.
Oh my God.
Now, I knew that there was a possibility of a ban, and I didn't care. I wanted to do it. I wanted to get as many people as I knew involved into it as well.
Hey, I would do the exact same thing if I'm being completely honest. Why not?
That's just the New World, guys. That's the New World mentality. It's a new dupe.
Because I wanted to prove to AGS
True.
that this genuinely is something that the community have wanted for a long time. This is genuinely something brilliant. Now, actually...
Now, let's be fair. No, everyone with a brain in the community probably thinks that this is stupid because it's pretty hard to get a group of 5 people set up. Okay? A group of 20 is impossible in New World, almost. You need to have like 20 different clans or so working with each other to get a group of 20 people.
He makes a very good point. He actually does. Because a lot of people have wanted these raids. A lot of people are liking the raids. So, yes, obviously he shouldn't have been cheating. Cheating is not a good thing. But he's right that it does indicate that there is a demand for this type of content. We did it for fun. My raid didn't loot the whole entire time. Jesus. Can you give context for people that don't play this? There was a bug that allowed 20 players to join a dungeon instead of 5. And because all the loot in the game is personal loot, everybody went in and they cleared the dungeon. And you say, like, so what? Well, like, let's say you could do the Mythic Raid with 30 people instead of 20. Wouldn't that just make things a little bit easier? Yeah.
Probably
It's
not.
like, imagine you could do a Mythic Plus, but you bring in 40 people for it. And it doesn't scale.
Well, unfortunately, my recording fucked up. I don't have the run through of mine, so in the background you can see his Trick's run. But on multiple occasions, I was getting hit for like 50, 60,000 damage. Our run on an M3 Genesis ended up being on like minus, I don't know, 7,000 points. We probably would have got less than a bronze.
Yeah.
There was something within the game that was scaling it to the point where you know, maybe if people were genuinely taking it seriously, they could have exploited it, and it would have been a terrible cheat. But this was genuinely fun. Now this goes. What I wanted to come from this, what I want to come from this, is that HES realize what the community wants. And again, I know that we're not everybody, but I think a lot of the community wants.
This is one of the first. No, this is not one of the first. This is like one of the mid dungeons, by the way. I recognize it.
Just scale dungeon runs, the larger.
I agree with him. He's right. That's the thing. He's actually right. This bug is probably a good thing for New World, because hopefully New World can see now that people really enjoy. Like, the Sandworm raid is really hard, so like a lot of people don't do it. But if there was like, I actually think that chest runs in New World are really cool. I really like chest runs.
Makes
like
sense.
They're fun as fuck. Yeah, they're awesome. People want to raid. Yeah. Like, give us a molten core. Come on. Why not?
Raids, you know, like, well, I think when we were expecting the worm, we were expecting not an arena but a raid, you know, where
like
you go through
yeah
a scenario like a normal expedition, and then you end up at a boss at the end with a 20-man group. That's what I think a lot of us were expecting.
Yeah.
This also runs through to what we've been experiencing recently in the open world. Influence races are being kind of cheesed by people just straight up running missions. They're not even getting involved too much in the influence races anymore. They need to remove the missions completely and just have the PvP. It was amazing for the first
Who does PvP?
Yeah, I remember I did the influence races, the PvP ones, and like, I'm not a big PvP enjoyer, but they were really fun, man. Doing with 20 people was harder than with 5. The rewards were worth. It's kind of productive. You want to take advantage of doing this. Oh, I think definitely. Like, it's like, I think the problem is that even whenever, especially like whenever you're a streamer, even if you're not exploiting it yourself, you're still popularizing it. And I think that they have to ban streamers kind of for doing something that's like so clearly an exploit. Because there's
ban your only. So, dude, Amazon just is banning their only source of advertising. That's crazy.
some things that are just like, you know, a really fast respawn or something like that, which is like, that's not really something that you can be sure is like against the rules or not. But whenever it's something that is like very obviously against the rules, then I think that's what they kind of have to suspend people for.
You know, there was lots of random people getting involved.
That's true, though.
That was really fun. But what's been happening lately, especially on our server, I've seen it on an NA server as well, is that there is a couple of castles throughout the map. And we, as players, have been using these castles as places to fight. So I think one of the scenarios some of the guys organised recently was there was a king in the Monarch's Bluff castle, and the team outside had to infiltrate or break into the castle,
come fast.
kill the king. Once they kill the king, they win.
Yeah, it's like Alterac Valley, basically. That's cool.
Okay.
And then the roles swapped, and it was
Sounds
genuinely
actually,
brilliant.
man.
Yeah.
We personally had an instance where we went to attack an influence race point, completely overrun by purples. We ran and hid inside a fort, and we had this epic like 300 moment where
Yeah.
it was just truly epic. Like the open world PvP in New World is fantastic. And this is what I thought when I saw these expeditions. I was like, yes, this is genuine.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I think this is just coming from someone who really likes the game, and that's kind of it. Because, you know, Throne and Liberty, the game where, you know, the developers did the genius idea of not allowing people to move and attack at the same time. Well, New World is not a lot different from that, if we're being completely honest right here. If someone's running away from you and they have distance on you, well, it's pretty much a run escape situation, you know what I'm saying?
Genuinely something fun. People genuinely had a good time. It was brilliant, so I got involved. I'm banned like the rest of you, and I don't regret it one single bit because I hope that they.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, I mean, they're suspended for what, a day? Who cares?
Oh, a day? Okay.
I think this is an overall positive for the game.
I think no one will care,
Content like
obviously.
Trick Stream. Maybe they'll watch my video here and see what I'm talking about here.
Like, the New World expansion was so dog shit. Because, let's be real, New World's expansion didn't improve on anything that they should have improved. They just added more of the same, and that's it. So, essentially, if you didn't like New World, the new expansion adds nothing for you of value. There is no difference between the expansion and the base game. So, New World made an expansion to get people back into the game. It more feels like a money grab, honestly, than anything else. Considering they didn't add anything. They didn't add anything that people wanted. They didn't fix any of the issues that the game had. They just added the same old stuff for the people who already liked the game. And that's it. Horrible, honestly.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll see the amount of people that got involved in it in one single night.
Grab well. Holy shit.
It's a lot of people that want to do more. Now I'm now just to completely clarify here, I'm sure that there are some people who are doing it to specifically cheat, to specifically try and exploit,
for sure,
to specifically try and get these artifacts quicker than what we've been doing. But I think the larger picture here is people want better content. Like, people want better endgame content, not just chasing gear.
Can you imagine people want to play a game when they're playing a game? Oh man, that is a concept just too grand for me. I can't imagine that would be the case. Imagine wanting a game when you're playing a game. Whew. Judging from Starfield, I didn't think that's the case, but wow. Another opinion like that. It's crazy.
The gear chase has been exhausting for a lot of players. I think what's happened with New World is that it's had its rough patches. It is still pretty rough, but it's a lot.
Wait. What part of New World isn't a rough patch? Okay, there hasn't been a redemption story for New World at all. The redemption story was, okay, but guys, the game is functioning and doesn't crash every 5 minutes. Have fun. Is that the redemption story? I wouldn't call it that a redemption story. New World is just rough patches and nothing else. And if this wasn't true, then the game would have more players. Okay? But it doesn't. Because there's no such thing as a non-rough patch in New World.
A lot better than it was. Like, New World, I would say, is a good game to play now.
Expansion was a quality of life expansion that we've paid for, and now the next steps for AGS hopefully is to introduce some good content, like a 20-man raid, 20-man expedition, like open world PvP scenarios that are based around these castles. I don't know, spawn in a mega boss that you have to be PvP flagged to kill one day, PvE flagged to kill the next day. There's some fantastic things that can be done for like end game New World content, and I think the player base is wanting it. And on the horizon is some pretty fun looking MMO.
Well, obviously the player base wants something new, considering they have not received anything new since New World began.
Throne of Liberty, Pax Day. I think Quinfall, which looks like completely, it's going to be a potential.
Quinfall looks like an asset flip. I'm going to be honest.
I haven't seen what's Quinfall.
It's apparently got some sort of beta happening in January. So I think New World needs to kind of look at what people are wanting, and start to deliver some very exciting endgame content for people. Anyway, long story short, I'm banned with the rest of you. I had a brilliant time running Genesis for the first time in months and months and months. I loved it. AGS, please see this as a positive. Don't see this as a negative. People want larger scale dungeons, even if you continue to reuse the content and just let us run 20 mans in the current dungeons. It's clear. People want it.
Is it clear?
He's right. He's completely fucking right. And so, yeah, they had...
No, people just want new content. Not exactly this. 20-man content is just not happening, dude. It's just not. 5-man dungeon crawls are hard and take way too long to actually set up, because not enough people want to wait 1 hour for a group to form. 20-man content, though? No shot that that's ever happening in New World in any illegitimate way.
To suspend the guys. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, guys, it's like a fucking like a 1-day suspension. They clearly don't really give a fuck about this.
Well, the people who got banned care about that, obviously, because they probably only play New World, so, you know, they probably actually, a lot of them do care a lot.
That's right. It's not like Amazon is genuinely mad or upset about it. It's just like, well, they have to suspend you because, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I think this will be an overall positive for the game. And I hope that it's a positive for the game.
I mean, we were talking about a game that technically cannot go lower. Then yeah, everything's to a degree a positive, I guess. But it's gonna be like Redfall. Have you heard that Redfall has experienced a 400% player boost in the last 3 months? That's right. From 20 players on average, it went up to 80 players on average. Bam! 400% boost in player numbers. Crazy.
Absolutely. So yeah, why make a video about a 1-day? Well, it's about the idea that it kind of promotes. I think that's the reason why.
Yeah, that's
yeah, there
accurate.
it is. Why ban for fun exploit? Well, you have to ban people for
because it's an exploit.
Exploiting. Because if you don't, then everybody will exploit, and then eventually there will be an exploit that comes out that people can actually gain a large advantage from, and then you've already created a precedent by not banning for it, so then people will get upset if you do.
Yeah, that
also
makes sense.
It sets a precedent, and it's against the rules. Just apply the rules. It's pretty simple.
It is what it is. Anyway, this was Kuzer Sensei. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.